Next up, we've got a man who describes himself as Don Draper if Mad Men was on PBS, Sam Goldstein!
Yeah, you know what I love? I love starting a show just watching people stream out from the wings. It's fine. It's been a long night. So I got a lot of stuff to unload from my pockets. So, hey, another one. Bye. I got water. I don't know that this is my water bottle, but I feel like a comic is supposed to have water. So if somebody put anthrax in this, you got me. I went to grab my joke book from my room, and I just grabbed two books. One of them was my joke book, and the other one was this copy of Malcolm X's autobiography, which was next to my joke book for some reason. And I just thought you guys might want to know, so you know that I'm cool. But the bookmark has a quote from Brigham Young on it, so I'm not that cool. This guy might tuck his shirt into his underwear, but we're not exactly sure. Give it up for you guys. It's been here all night, yeah. And give it up again for all these other comics. Yeah. And don't give it up for me, because you guys got all the way to the end and you were just given this weird, compilation of everybody else. Oh, we've seen this guy before. A guy named Sam, seen it. Tall guy, seen it. Even a person with the last name that ends in Steen, you've already fucking seen. No, my name is Sam Goldstein. So terrible news for all the anti-Semitics out there. This set's gonna be rough. And if that's too hard for you guys to remember, you can just go ahead. There's nobody here. Oh, you guys left a spot for all my deceased, disappointed relatives. Don't cry for me. I'll do it for myself later. No, if Sam Goldstein's too hard for you guys to remember, you just go ahead and call me by my high school nickname, which was Jew Boy Celery Stick. Yeah, we're gonna unpack that. Jew Boy was actually the easy part, because it was just a carryover from middle school. Yeah, it was already in everybody's lexicon, and I'm not gonna, make anybody relearn a nickname. I'm not an asshole. Celery Stick was actually the weirder part, because that came about not because one person started calling me Celery Stick and it just caught on. It was because 3 separate groups of people all independently came to the thought that I was a stick of celery. The first person was on the first day of high school. We were in a class. I don't remember what class. And we had an icebreaker. And the icebreaker was, if you were a piece of a vegetable, what would you be? And someone, we all went around, and it got to me, and I didn't know what to do, so I froze. Like this. And someone raised their hand and went, "Gee, Sam, you look like a stick of celery." Because I went to school with the child of a South Park character and a Muppet, apparently. And so everyone's like, "Celery Stick Boy," because they were all brothers and sisters. And it caught on with that class. And the second time I was at lunch, and I was wearing a green shirt, and I was eating a piece of celery. And somebody came up, and they said, "How's it feel?" And I said, "Well, life hurts a lot, but I want to see where you're going with this." And they said, "How's it feel to be a fucking cannibal?" Which is harsh to lead off a conversation with in a lunchroom. And I said, "Pray tell, whatever do you mean, good sir?" Keep pretending there's people there. There's not. And he said, "How's it feel to be a fucking cannibal? Because you look like celery and you're eating celery." And then he ran away. And everybody at the table just went, "Yeah, he does look like a stick of celery," which is not what I expected from that conversation. And the third time was senior year. I had gone 3 years. I was, about to graduate and not be Celery Stick Boy. And this girl I really liked came up to me, and she said, "Jew Boy. Jew Boy, I had a dream last night and you were in it." Did anybody here go to high school? Yeah. Yeah. So I'm guessing a couple of you had crushes in high school. And I don't know if any of them came up to you and said, I had a dream last night and you were in it. But that is the most terrifying sentence to a 17-year-old boy. And so I said, oh, what did I do in the dream? Because I was suave and sophisticated. And she said, well, we were in this class, and I noticed you weren't here yet, so I saved your seat. And I turned around to talk to my friends, and when I turned back, there was just a piece of celery. A big anthropomorphic piece of celery. And I asked it to move. And I thought, how kind, she cares about me. And it turned around, Jew boy, and it had your face on it. And I came dangerously close to eloping with that girl about 6 months later, a week before my 18th birthday. That's a true fact. Sorry, parents who didn't know that. No, it would have been fine had I been. I feel like I look like I'm divorced already. Yeah? Yeah. Don't worry about it. So it would have been fine. I grew up in Las Vegas, which is very easy to get married and divorced in, which is weird because it took my parents 14 years to figure that one out. No, do not sigh for me. I was Jewish, so I didn't get 2 Christmases, but I got 16 days of Hanukkah. Yeah, it was great. It was half a month of celebration. I am Jewish, as you can probably tell. Thanks for clapping at general stereotypes. I'm Jewish, but I don't believe in God, which is fine, apparently, to Judaism. And I told my rabbi, and he said, oh, don't worry about it, Sam. Just act every day as if there were still a God watching you. And that's a very strange sentence, because that's like when your kids are 10, and I'm speaking from experience. I was divorced, but, it was a messy marriage. That's like when your kids come to you and they say, look, we're old now, we know there's a Santa Claus. And you look them in the eyes and you go, or there isn't a Santa Claus. Did I just admit that there's a Santa Claus? Oh my God, all the kids are gonna know. No, they come to you and they say, look, we know you're Santa Claus. And you say, no, that's fine, but you should still act every day as if there's a fat bearded man watching you sleep. There's no benefit in it. Yeah, I've been working out. That sometimes lands as a joke. I'm just not, because, I'm wearing these clothes that are really showing off my physique. No, I've been working out, and it's not for anybody, it's just for me. Yeah, someone loves me. No, it's for me, and it's just because when I walk into a room, I want a motion sensor light to, recognize me as an object. When I die in such a way that I get a chalk outline, I want that to look like a skeleton and not like a drunk architect drew a racetrack. Or like a kid just finished reading The Hobbit and was like, I'm going to draw Bilbo Baggins' journey from memory. Because he's unaware that there's a map in the back of the fucking book. That would have been sage wisdom to a 12-year-old me. No, it's fine. I know I'm not fit. If a steamroller ran over me, I would look the same. It's fine. Racism is so hard to call out now, guys. Yeah, no, we're gonna go there. No, I am a straight white guy, which means it's not my place to say a lot of things about it is my place to say it about social injustice. We're going to skip this setup. Pokemon Go ruined racism. Yeah, here's why. When I would walk into a restaurant and I'd sit down and I would just hear someone at the table next to me just whisper, this place is fucking swarming with them, I now have to pull out my phone and check for Pidgeys before I can call them an abomination and like a horrible person. So yeah, Pokemon Go ruined my chances to be a social justice warrior. Did I mention I'm reading the autobiography of Malcolm X? Oh, thank goodness. I did bring my joke book. I had you guys fooled. And this pen was open and I just stabbed myself in the hand with it. Has anybody ever heard of O.J. Simpson? Yeah, me neither. So I did some research, and I went to Wikipedia, which is where you research things. And on O.J. Simpson's Wikipedia page, it has these credentials listed in this order. O.J. Simpson is an American actor, football player, broadcaster, and convicted felon. I don't know about you guys, but I love The Naked Gun. It's not the first thing that I think of when I think of O.J. Simpson, though. And so I just hope that if I ever commit a crime, that goes on the end of my Wikipedia list too. Like Sam Goldstein, comedian, person, dog walker. I don't know what I'm gonna do with my life. And also man who tried to blow up the moon. And now, because I auditioned with a banjo, because I didn't have enough time to fill up my set, I'm legally obligated to perform a song, which is interesting. I wrote a song for this for a girl who said she would be in the audience, and then she broke up with me. So, no, it's fine. And so I changed the song. And my producers said, Sam, your new song isn't good. And I said, why? And they said, it's just House of the Rising Sun. So I thought, well, I'll change it just enough that they won't know. And so I wrote this song. Yeah, here we go. There is a house in New Orleans they call the Rising Sun, that's S-O-N. And it's been the ruin of many a poor boy. And God, I know, I've only heard about those guys. My mother wasn't a tailor. She bought my jeans at Marshall's. And my father was a businessman. And he's never been to New Orleans. Do people know House of the Rising Sun? I should have checked before I... I got the tune of my own song. My own song, I wrote it. Now the only thing a gambling needs is a suitcase and a jackal. I'm gonna be honest, I only wrote 2 verses, I didn't think I'd get this far. The only time that he is satisfied is when he's hanging with Angela Merkel. Musical improv is my strong suit. Yeah, all right. I didn't say I could play this either. Anybody got a first thing they want to add? Yeah. There is a house in New Orleans. They call, can you feel me shitting myself? Rising sun. And it's been the ruin of many who's clapping. And God, I know I'm done with the song. No, you know what? No. All right. Yeah. Thanks, guys. Is Bruce Springsteen here, or did he just lie to me? Yeah, no, he just lied to me. Thanks for coming out, guys. I've been Sam Goldstein. Good night.